Good afternoon, everyone. Now is 3 p.m. in Luang Prabang, and take a look. It looks a little bit dark because of the rain. We have been having quite a lot of rain lately. It's very typical rainy season. Now is July and it's expected. And looks like we're gonna have a lot of rain this year. And yeah, we have to be aware of the flood again. Like last year, there was a big flood across Laos. I like the rain, honestly. I prefer the rain more than the sunny day. The sunny day sometimes can be a little bit too hot and you have to rely on the aircon. You have to stay inside. Where you have rain, at least you can sit outside like this. I mean, it's not easy to go for a walk, but at least you can just put on the rain jacket or umbrella. Where in the heat, it's too muggy, too humid, and you sweat all the time. Alright, since the rain is not stopping, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk to the gym. I have not been walking for a long time. Take a look. The man is taking advantage of the rainwater, washing his bike. It's good. Use it. I love this type of weather. It's not very cold. And it's cool enough. It's good for me to walk. One of the things that I like when it rains is because the street is so empty, because everyone's hiding inside. Oh wow, take a look at the drainage. It's all flood, which is good because it cleans all the dirt and whatever, the sewage. Longan. Guess what? This is the heaviest rain we ever had for this year, and it's going to be heavier and heavier in the next couple of weeks. Take a look. It's all flood. That's my friend selling fruit shake and juice and coffee. This is my local market right here. Less than 2 minutes walk from my place. So convenient. Ah, smells nice. I think they're grilling some sausage. I recognize the smell. It's from here. I think. There. Oh, that lady's always here. No matter if it's rain or shine, she's always there. She's grilling banana and sweet potato. That's one of my favorite snacks. Some people don't even have rain jacket. Wow. Drug Control and Supervision Division of Luang Prabang. Environmental Police Division of Luang Prabang Province. This is the hardware store. Every time when I need something to fix my flat, I always come and get it from here. The pipe, the electricity stuff, this is all in here. This is the Vietnamese garage. I always get my bikes washed and do some fixing here. They also rent the bike, you see? Motorbike for rent. It's 120,000 kip per day. That's about $7 per day. Vietnamese are very good at repairing stuff. You know, when they first arrived in Laos years back, they worked so hard, and now the richest of the richest are the Vietnamese descent. You know, they're Lao, but they're originally from Vietnam. Also the family in Luang Prabang that owns almost half of the buildings in in the town area. They're originally from Vietnam. There on the left is also Vietnamese bike repair shop. Oftentimes they're very busy, but not now because of the rain, I think. So with this bridge, it's very dangerous when it rains because of the wooden plank. I had a few accidents here so far. One time was quite severe. I nearly broke my arm. It was very painful, you know. It was during the rainy season. I remember it was very slippery and it flipped. As you can see, the platform where the bike is on is a little bit higher, and then if you lost the balance, you can easily tilt and fall. But if you walk on the side like this, it's okay because the platform is metal, as you can see here. Yeah, there was a warning that we may have a big flood coming, as on the news, like in the northern part of Laos. Some city it was flood, and also in Vientiane capital. As you can see, the Nam Khan River is rising up now. I mean, can you imagine if we continue to have like heavy rain like this in the next couple of days? It'll be probably full of water. Look how beautiful. I mean, it's rainy season plus low season, very quiet, but take a look at the greenery. It's nice, the air is clean. I love it. I personally love it. So if you don't mind the rain, this is probably one of the best times to visit Laos. Not too hot, unlike in April, May, or early June. Now it has cooled down a bit. I think the average temperature now is probably, as I check, is like 29 to 35. And then we have rain. The sad part though, you know, when we have such heavy rain like this, and then you suddenly see all these rubbish, you know, garbage and plastic all washed down to the river. I think they're all from the drainage, and Laos is still way behind in terms of, you know, keeping the environmental clean. As you can see, lots of plastic bottles down there. Sad. This place here, it used to be very popular for duck barbecue restaurant. You know, people would come out and meet, socialize, listen to the loud music, you know, having their beer and duck. And then when the COVID hit, it was shut down. I think the family who rent this place couldn't afford to keep it open. You know, they actually had to pay rent, and then, you know, the country went into lockdown. And it's been years after the COVID, and it's still stuck. It's still shut down. So see, as it says there, lapet means stuck with all the herb. Very sad. This used to be a barber shop. That's pork barbecue there. I love pork barbecue, especially the crispy pork. This is another barber shop. I had my hair cut here several times. Foreigners, 100,000 kip. Lao people, 50,000 kip. So 100,000 is $4.50. For Lao people, that is quite expensive. Some place they charge only 30,000 kip. But foreigners, 50,000. So 100,000 is quite high. But when you convert it into your currency, let's say if you're from America, that's not a lot. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to get a haircut in the US, but for less than $5, I think it's quite affordable. But again, if you convert it into Lao kip, that's quite a lot. 100,000 kip. That's more than two bowls of noodle. That's the signature. The import products, let's say if you want to get cheese or butter or olive oil, you can get it from here. So basically, if you want to go to town, just turn right, just follow that road. But since I'm going to the gym, I'm taking the left. And right here on the left is one of the clothing stores that I always get something from here, you know, t-shirt. They always have new clothes, you know, they update it up in time. And right here they have the massage shop. A big tour group from South Korea will come up here and have the massage. That's Luang Prabang Duty Police Department. So if you have problem with the accident, let's say if you get hit by a car, this is the office that you will go and have a trial. I had my motorbike stolen once. Luckily my friend caught the thief and then we brought him and my bike along, and then we ended up in this office talking to the police officer. It was such a hassle, and in this life I don't think I ever want to deal with that problem again. So basically the guy who stole my motorbike, he's from somewhere in Seongnam district, also Kamu from countryside. So I went to Yen Sabai restaurant. It was around 1 a.m. midnight, you know, past midnight, and I was a bit tipsy to be honest, and he took my motorbike and he pulled it away. So basically he broke the neck and it's easy to pull it away. And then my friend saw it and she called me, you know, 3 of us, we ran after him, and then one of my friends kicked him very, very hard. So we took him to the police station. It was on Friday night, and then it turns out that on the weekend the police station was closed and my bike ended up there for 2 nights. So what happened is, after his parents show up at the trial, they begged me, they said, please don't press charges because we had nothing. You know, when I look at at his parents' face, I wouldn't dare to do it because they're from countryside. I mean, you can tell. I mean, I was born and raised in the countryside as well. 1 million kip is a lot. So the police was like, it's up to you if you want to press charges or not. But my bike was broken. And then the police charged me 300,000 kip for leaving my bike there for 2 nights. I don't know what reason, but that's Lao way. So it was quite frustrating, and then I'm like, well, at least if I can get the money to repair my bike. But when I look at his parents' face, I just couldn't do it. So they said, if you want me to nail down, you know, to, how can I say, to pay you a respect, I would do it. I'm like, you know what, just forget it. So in the end, I ended up paying 300,000 kip for leaving my bike in the office and then repair my motorbike because he broke the neck, and that cost 700,000 kip. Back in the day, it was like more than 5 years ago. That was like the whole month of my salary. But yeah, it's very sad. I mean, sometimes I feel like, you know, he committed a crime and he deserved it. But anyway, it's the parents that when I look at their face, I just couldn't do it. That's heavy traffic jam there. Wow. What I missed a lot when I first arrived in Luang Prabang years back, it was late 2004. There was no, like, close to no, oh, take a look at this garbage, gosh. Goodness. And this is in front of the high school. This is the biggest high school in Luang Prabang. Anyway, when I first arrived in Luang Prabang many years ago, on the street, you would see only motorbikes and bicycle, but now take a look. Like more than half of the vehicles on the streets are cars and big trucks. And the road in Luang Prabang is very narrow, so it's easily cause a traffic jam. So this is my favorite store. I always get my clothes fixed with this lovely lady. Very sweet, big smile. So she fixed a lot, you know, whatever you have, shoes, bag, shirt, or trousers. And she charged very, very cheap. Like if I fixed my short, she charged only 10,000 kip, that's less than dollars, like 50 cents. And she has a very cute little daughter going to school. She's not there now. I think she's picking her daughter up from school. Gosh, take a look at the traffic. I don't want to think in the next 10 years time it's going to be even worse. I don't think they can ever expand the street to make it wider. It reminds me a lot of Bali, you know, in Kuta and Ubud. Another Chinese ice cream, soft serve ice cream here, and iced tea. On the right here is the primary school. Parents picking their kids up after work. Very typical. The rain is stopping now. It's good. So I'm halfway to the gym. You know, Luang Prabang doesn't have street light, you know, traffic lights. Sorry. In Vientiane in the south, like Sawanakhet or Pakse or even Udom side, they have it, but Luang Prabang doesn't have it. I don't know why. This is one of the busiest like intersection in Luang Prabang, and they don't have it. This is the Laos Telecom office. I think it's the biggest internet provider. So this one and then Unitel. So if you want to have your phone registered, I mean your phone number. So from the last couple of years, the government enforced every citizens to have their phone number registered after all this, you know, call center scamming operation took place in the Golden Triangle. So they need to track down who owns the phone number, you know. There on the left hand side is the fruit market, so you can get anything from here. And then in there is the second largest market in town. It's called Nai Vieng Kham Market. We're gonna walk through the market and then straight to the gym from there. So if you park your bike here, you have to pay 3,000 kip. If you lost the ticket, then you have to pay 10,000 kip. Take a look on the floor. So these merchants, they're all Vietnamese. Can be slippery. So these are fake golds and jewelry. They're all fake. Some Lao people would buy it to wear. So we're gonna walk through here and then out where they sell fresh stuff like vegetables and all that. You can get pretty much everything from here, you know, clothing and a lot of copy stuff in here. Then you see a pair of shoes that says Adidas. I don't think it's the real deal. So this is the end of the clothing section. So from there onward is the fresh produce. Here. sometimes I come here to get things that I need. It's larger than a market, but close to my place. Dogs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It has everything that you need here. 80% is local produce, and another 20% probably imported from China. If you need barbecue, they also have it. Right, very close to the gym now, so it'll probably take another 5 minutes to get there. As you can see, as you walk further away from the city center, you can tell that the house is getting bigger, and 3 stories is allowed in this area too. But in town, you can't do more than 2 stories because it's under protected by the UNESCO. So open from 7 to 8 p.m. except on Sunday from 7 to 12 a.m. I think it'll be busy because it's after work anyway. Doesn't look that busy, not many motorbikes. Here we are, made it. Alrighty. So I'm doing the daily pass, is only 50,000 kip, and then you give 60,000, and then when you give back the card, you get your deposit back. Ready, boss? Look at the baby. He's adorable. I saw him when his mom was pregnant. And I'm like, well, he's grow up so fast. And then in the next 20 years, he will probably compete me up at the gym. It's busy, but not too busy. Right, let me just clean my foot first. I don't want to get infected. So I have to wrap my toe, as you can see there, wrap it in plastic bag, because I accidentally pulled my toenail when I dragged my bike out. It was one of the most painful things that happened to me. It's so painful, and it's infected. I think all the yellow stuff's coming out. Keep taking the antibiotics and try not to expose it to the water. Okay folks, so I think I'm gonna switch it out now as I have to do the workout, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next EP. It's so nice to come back to the video again. See you, ciao.